All right, everybody, welcome back to the Farmstead. I'll do another quick walk and talk here. What I want to say is that if you have a sense that there's some turmoil coming, if you have a sense that there might be some things you need to worry about, I would say now is the time to try to insulate yourself from these things. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Learning is the very beginning, and then do what you can where you're at with what you got is a really good start, and then expand from there. I always wanted to buy some land and try to do what I'm doing now, and after it's almost been 5 years now, we're only just scratching the surface of what's possible, but the infrastructure is the most important thing, and we're getting really close on that. I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me, and I don't blame you if you don't want to believe me, because I think it's just a matter of want. We all need to become more self-sufficient. If you haven't learned that, that's why the system's here for you. The system's here for people that don't want to hear this. The system's here for people that will do what they're told in order to get their next paycheck, or in order to keep the lifestyle that they've become accustomed to. For everybody else that doesn't necessarily want that, there's self-sufficiency. So what I would suggest is that you take this time that we may have. It's probably going to be short, I'd say 3.5, 4 years maybe, and begin if you haven't. And if you have begun, continue, but dig in. I know I'm trying to go all in. First of all, money's becoming worth less and less than it is. Everybody kind of knows that. Everything's going up in prices. Chickens were cheap at one point. Not anymore. Not as cheap as they were. Eggs were cheap at one point. Not anymore. I mean, in comparison to where they were. That's just one small example of the many things that we all can do in certain situations. Now, granted, I know a lot of people, they can't really get chickens or things like that, but you can do other things. Build a network, build a community, get things together for the possibility that something could go sideways. Because it's fairly certain at some point that it will. Maybe it doesn't directly come in the form of violence. Maybe it does. Maybe it's just the fact that COVID showed us that supply chains are not great, right? Any small disruption and it becomes waves of magnitude. So my suggestion to anybody and everybody that's willing to put in the work, because I think that's the most important part. Are you willing to put in the work? I highly doubt a large majority of you are actually willing to put in the work. It is a lot of work. So if you are, get it moving. It's time. If you don't have a way to protect yourself, get a way to protect yourself. If you don't have basic skills, learn them. If there's so many things, big and small, that can be done to insulate yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to be another person that needs to be taken care of. So, do you want to take care of yourself, or do you want to be taken care of? I think that's really what it kind of boils down to. Do you want to take care of yourself, or do you want to be taken care of? And do you have a family at all that you have to take care of? You want them to look to you and say, are you taking care of us, or do we need to be taken care of? I'm gonna do a few more of these little walk and talks through the woods as things come up to me, but think of it like that. Do you want to take care of yourself on some level, or are you going to go to somebody else or something else to be taken care of? Think about it. Let me know in the comments. You guys have a good day.